Hi guys, welcome back to the Python Basics course. By now I'm sure you're accustomed to the basic syntax of Python and to the environment which is Sublime Text that we've been using. Now in this lesson what we're going to do is look at a very important data type in Python, which is lists. Let's start. I'm going to save the file as my third lesson.py, and now we're going to see how lists function in Python. And let's say we call it my list. Okay. And a list, you can think of a list as an arrangement, or as well as a list of items contained within a single variable. Now you can have a list of integers or list of strings or combine, but what we're going to do here now is we're going to start with the basic 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9 10. So our list contains 10 numbers, but the functions that we're going to perform on this list are going to be very basic. We are going to start with extraction of items from the list. Now extraction can be done using a wide variety of ways, but I personally prefer to use something called indexing, and you'll see how it works. So my list, and if I use the square bracket notations and write down 0 in that and print this out, Control B, you will see that I'm getting 1 over here. Now this is very important because I believe all computer science engineers like to start with zeros, and here the indexes of all of these numbers would be 0, 1, 2, 3 and so on up to 9. So let's see what you get if you enter 10 here. You get an error, obviously, and the error would be that it is out of index is out of range. Let's look. Yes, so the list index is out of range, which means that the index does not exist in your list at all. So I'm going to show you a cooler way to get the last element, which is -1. See, -1 basically indicates that you start from the end, and minus is negative, which is towards the end, and you move one place towards your left, so you get 10 here. Okay, this was about indexing. Now you can Google and figure out a couple of indexing ways, but you can just stick to this for now. And let's look at a couple of pre-existing methods on lists. Now what if you want to find out the length of your list? For that there's a basic function called len. Now len of my list will give you 10. Okay, I'm going to this brings us to another aspect, which is commenting. Now you can use pound or hash based on whichever generation you were born in to comment out lines from your code, and this basically tells the user of the code that this is just something that has been used for reference and does not really make any changes to the code. Now print len mylist is going to give you 10. Now let's say you want to add more items to the list. You can do this very easily, and all you have to do is my list dot append. So append is a pre-existing method that appends, basically, that adds items to your list but only towards the end. Now my list dot append, now let's say I want to add 20 and not 11. So mice.append print my list, control B. So here's the list. You get 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 9 10 and 20. Okay, so we've looked at len and append as methods. Now what we're going to do is try to see whether we can make changes to the existing list. Let's say my list 0 is not 1 but is instead 0. Do you think this is going to change the list? Let's see. Also, I'm going to comment this out. And so the first print statement is going to give me the previous list, and the second print statement is going to give me the new list. As you'll see, the first index has been changed. So index 0, which is the first position in the list, has been modified. Well, this is really helpful, isn't it? So I think this is it for the basics of lists for now. In the next lesson, we look at loops. Loops form a really important part of programming, and they are really easy to implement in Python as well. Now, you can use loops to perform operations on items together in a list. We'll look at that in the next lesson. For now, I'd suggest you guys to play around a bit with lists. Thank you for watching, and do not forget to like and subscribe.